Good afternoon, everybody. Big Mike back here with you once again. Welcome back to Big Mike Talks, where today I'm going to give you my predictions for not just one, but two upcoming wrestling programs. We have TNA Under Siege on Friday, and on Saturday at like 1 Eastern, it's going to be WWE Backlash. I'm going to do my best to predict both cards, and we'll see what happens from there. So let's get into this one with Under Siege. And what looks to be I'm going to be going in order of what Wikipedia has. So this order might not be what we have on the day. So, going to give you this. So, our first match on the card, we got Jordynne Grace, the Knockouts champion, teaming up with PCO to take on Step DeLander and Khan. Khan tried to help Step DeLander at Rebellion, but that led to PCO getting involved, which led to the return of Sami Callihan. So these two are teaming up. I'm going to say Step DeLander and Khan are going to win this. I definitely see some shenanigans happening, which leads to a win for Step DeLander and Khan. And then maybe we get a rematch between Step and Jordynne Grace for the Knockouts title a little later on. Maybe at Slammiversary? Although that could be a little far. But who knows? Next up, defending their Knockouts tag team titles, you have Spitfire, that's Danny Luna and Jordy Threat, taking on Alicia Edwards and her new best friend, Masha Slamovich. This is the Alicia and Masha's first matchup as a team. So, personally, I don't see them winning. Maybe Killer Kelly comes back and gets involved. Apparently she's off filming a movie, which is very, very cool. But personally, I don't see Danny Luna and Threat losing these titles yet. Maybe at some point in the future. Next up, big old meaty singles match as Hammerstone takes on Jake Something. Both guys have been on a bit of a roll, although Jake Something just did lose his knockout X Division title shot. This one's going to be a little interesting. I do like both guys, but I think Hammerstone gets the win here, and then maybe we see something with Josh Alexander in the near future. Next up, this is a bit of a weird one, because we're having a number one contenders match on Impact this week. It'll be Ace Austin against Trey Miguel. So right now it's up in the air as they vie for a X Division title shot against Mustafa Ali. Now, here's going to be the tricky part. As of right now, we don't know who the number one contender is, but we do know who the champion is. So my money is Ali is going to retain the title here, and then maybe drop it to someone interesting in the near future. Next up, we got a tag team match player as Josh Alexander teams up with Eric Young to take on Steve Macklin and Frankie Kazarian. As much as I've liked Josh Alexander on a roll lately, I think Steve Macklin and Kazarian need a win. Like, this is Macklin's first match back, besides against Mike Santana under his new TNA contract. So I think Macklin and Kazarian are going to get the win here. And then we got our main event, or what I assume is going to be the main event, as it's a 6-man tag, as the System, that's Moose, Brian Myers, and Eddie Edwards, the World and Tag Team Champions respectively, as they take on Speedball Mountain, that's Trent Seven and Mike Bailey, And their partner, it was originally going to be Nick Nemeth, but instead it's Broken Matt Hardy in his first match back with the company. I'm going to say Matt Hardy gets a win. I think he's going to pin Brian Myers and then get a future shot at Moose, in which he's probably going to lose. Which, I think Matt is going to be here for a short time, not a good time, but not a long time. So, that is my predictions for Under Siege. I hope for a really, really good show. We then finish with WWE Backlash, which is going to be in France on Saturday. So, that's going to be a pretty darn good one. Anyway, so, it's a 5-match card. So it's going to be nice and easy. I'm going to say we start off with the Kabuki Warriors defending their women's tag team titles against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I think I'm more than kind of done with this feud. Kabuki Warriors have been really, really good champions. And I think it's time to belt up Jade Cargill. And yeah, it's for kind of the women's tag team championships haven't been as prestigious as I was hoping for. But getting them on Belair and Cargill to an up and coming, superstar and a current superstar, why not? And yeah, it's an odd couple tag team, but it's fine. Next up, we're going to get the World Heavyweight title on the line as Damian Priest takes on Jey Uso. This match should be extremely entertaining. I don't think Jey is going to get the win, but he may be screwed out of the match by Brother Jimmy, who is looking for some payback after WrestleMania. Next up, speaking of the Bloodline, we got tag team action as Randy Orton teams with Kevin Owens to take on the Bloodline. That's going to be Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. And if you've seen Solo's win-loss record, it has not been pretty. I don't think he's won since he, squashed John Cena in Saudi Arabia. Which, that feels like ages ago. Anyway, here's how I see it going down. I think the New Blood, which is what I'm going to call these guys, get a little help from a new face to WWE, and that's former MLW World Champion Jacob Fatu, who is going to help them win, and then maybe he and Tama Tonga go for the tag titles, which I wouldn't be against. Next up, we got a triple threat match for the WWE Women's title as Bayley takes on Naomi and Tiffany Stratton. And I'm sorry to say this, Naomi, I love you. I hope for nothing but the best for you. You're going to be eating the pin, but it's going to be Bayley to retain. In which we're going to see Tiffany Stratton, oh, you didn't pin me, so I can get a match in the future, in which she'll probably win that, which I'm more than fine with. And then we got our main event for the WWE Undisputed title as Cody Rhodes defends against AJ Styles. And what's honestly really crazy, these two have never shared a ring together. Because when Cody was in WWE originally, AJ was in TNA. And when AJ first got to WWE, Cody was gone. He was in Ring of Honor, New Japan, Impact. And he was starting the build to AEW. So, for this to be their first match, I will admit I was hoping this build would be a little bit better. But, end of the day, this is going to be a fantastic bout between two seasoned veterans, which I can't believe I'm calling them that. But ultimately, Cody Rhodes is going to retain. There is zero reason for his reign to be this short. he's going to retain, move on to someone else. Maybe Solo. So, yeah, that is my predictions for both shows. I hope you all enjoyed. Review for these shows are going to be coming Monday. And then I'm going to do my review for the rest of the week in wrestling on Friday. With the reviews for, the other shows on Tuesday. So, stay tuned for that. It's going to be a crazy week. Till next time, happy wrestling, everybody. Peace.